Salutations, my fellow rafflers and rafflies. My name is Cosmic Afro. I'm not going to give a ding-darn about the lighting or the shadows or anything like that. We're just going to move on here. So, I've been talking a few days about how, depression and its negative effects and, you should be dealing with it and you should be setting up goals and you should be doing things, yada yada yada. These are important things, no less. But we need to talk about something more of the positive side. I want to talk to you guys about, first off, no, I'm not actually going to do that, sorry. I was going to show a dog that's right next to my feet, but I don't think they'd appreciate that. I'd like to talk to you guys about, rewarding yourself for doing a good deed. And it doesn't have to be anything major, by the way. It doesn't have to be like, you buy yourself a new car because you held open the door for someone. I mean, unless you're just that rich. In which case, I hope you have many, many cars. But it's like, say you are at work, you picked up a friend shift, and there's one of those sprinklers right next to me. So I gotta run past it before it spritzes all over. Okay. Say you picked up a friend shift up at work, and they're like, oh, thank you, man, now I can go do that thing. Well, don't forget to reward yourself, okay? You got a little bit of extra cash on you. Maybe it's for something else, but don't forget to reward yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Say, good job. Don't tell yourself, oh, that was the worst, or I don't want to do that again, because you'll just end up putting yourself down. You'll have negative thoughts about helping a friend out and picking up their shifts. So, don't do that. Every time you do something a little bit good for yourself or for others, reward yourself. Now, don't continually reward yourself in an indefinite loop, but you just have to make sure that you make yourself feel good for doing things that are good. And you don't forget that you're an important person too. There are a lot of people out there who, well, they're not in pretty good situations, and considering you're watching this with, sorry, I'll get the sunlight out of there. That would have been blinding. There we are. Considering you're watching this on a computer, or on a phone, or in your free time, you've got it pretty okay at the moment. Not the best, but a little bit better. Don't forget to reward yourself when you do something good. That's one of the most important things you can do. And now, for yesterday's answers to why people thought it's not okay to deal with their depression. Here they are.
Well, if we're sticking with the whole trash in your house metaphor, people sometimes are just lazy and like to push the trash under their bed rather than deal with it the appropriate way, in the same way people just put off or accept their depression. They either don't want to deal with it, feel like it would be just too difficult, or would rather just hide it. By the way, I hope you enjoyed the potato. Heart. I think people put off depression because they either think they will make it worse, or they think that they can overcome depression. They might also think that other people will worry about them and make them sad or depressed. Or they might think that they can just ignore it and deal with it and live it with it, trying to hide it and not work on it and make it better. I think it's because some of these people think that depression cannot be overcome, and so they choose not to do anything about it. It's more that people feel they can't conquer it, and that they choose to accept the depression. Depression is like a tunnel. You'll always get out of it eventually. But by not doing anything about it, you're just slowly walking towards the end of the tunnel out of depression. But by doing something about it, anything, you'll get out of the tunnel faster and suffer less. So what are you waiting for? Just do it.
P.S. I like your face, Cosmic Afro.
Adding on to what Faxon said, people fear that they would only make things worse if they were to try and fix it. Also, have some tea. Teacup.
I think it's mainly because people with depression make it hard as they can't to show it. Maybe their story for depression comes with a long, unique story behind it, and that they don't want to bring it up. Or maybe it's because they don't want their effect to carry on to anyone else.
Happiness. Is that an unusual effect? I don't have that item.